Represent functions as graphs.
Oh. Well, we just have to like tape this one out.
Huh?
We just like tape this one out. Oh, that's cool.
That's up to you.
1.7. We're already on 7.
Wow.
Which means we're gonna be ready for a quiz and a test here next week.
Wait, bro, I already done 76, bro. I can't take this impact anymore.
Wait,
Well, hopefully it's only up from there.
hold up. We have a home game next week, right?
Yes.
Tuesday.
Check y'all. Here.
I'm not gonna do well.
I'm gonna basically let y'all vote if you want to basically have the weekend off and take your quiz next Wednesday and your test Friday, or if you want to take the quiz on Tuesday and not have the long weekend off.
Or wait, what
I want
if
a
we
weekend
get a
off.
take
I
home
want a weekend
quiz?
off.
No,
Can we have a take home quiz?
absolutely not.
I want a weekend. I want a
We're
weekend
gonna
off.
use that calculator like crazy.
We'll discuss it in a minute and figure that out. All right, so yesterday we looked at functions and we looked at basically a mapping diagram to determine if it's a function, and then looking at a table, and then potentially having like to find the domain and range and stuff like that. So there's different ways to represent this information, and so they could give us a table, which is what we had in 1.6, where it's like an input and an output, and we basically got 1, 2, and 4, and then 2, 3, and 5, like that. And so that's my table. These things can produce an ordered pair. Which we'll graph. And they go input, then output, or X, then Y. So that would mean that this point is 1, 2. This point is 2, 3. And this point is 4, 5.
So what did you like connect the dots?
That's a great question. In this section, we do not connect the dots. This is just plotting points. Then we can take this information and we can graph it. So I'm going to set up a little graph here.
I thought you did fractions.
I did all that.
It was crushing it.
I only like multiplication and addition.
Redbird's crushing.
How was that?
All right, so now I can take each of these points and plot them on this graph. And so we have the point 1, 2, so that's 1 on the X, up 2 on the Y. 2, 3 is 2 on the X, up 3 on the Y. And then the point 4, 5, so 4 on the X, 5 on the Y. And it looks like that. And we do not connect them. They are just dots. So this is different ways to represent the same thing, and this can help us determine if it is a function. I'm looking to see if what I think is in the sections of the section. It is not. Okay. The other thing they could do is they could give us an equation and then a domain like they were doing yesterday, okay? And we take that and then we produce the ordered pairs and or the graph depending on what they're asking us for. So if they told us to graph the function y equals 2x minus 1 with domain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The first thing we would do is we're going to set up a table like we did. So we should be experts at that by now. So I've got my XY table. So the x values are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That was really close. I still did it again. And 5. And then I can fill in and solve these things. So I would have 2 times 1 minus 1, 2 times 2 minus 1, 2 times 3 minus 1, 2 times 4 minus 1, and 2 times 5 minus 1. So this first one would be 1, next one is 3, the next one is 5, and 7, and then 9 when you solve those out. But they want us to graph what it looks like. So we're going to set up a graph. Now, these numbers get a little bit big, and I mean, obviously 9's not that large of a number, but if we had to go out 9 spaces on our graph, that's going to get pretty big. So I'm going to count by 2's on my y-axis, okay? So probably to this point, you've been told that your x-axis and y-axis either all need to be 1 or they at least need to be the same. They don't have to be. We just have to make sure we label them correctly, okay? So what I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a graph here, and I still did it kind of large, but nope, come on. Basically set it up like this. So on the x-axis, I'm going to count by 1. So that's out to 5. On the y-axis, I'm going to count by 2's. So I show it this way so that it's clear what I'm doing. And that way my graph doesn't have to be twice as large as it already is. So if you want to rewrite these as ordered pairs, you can. If you can just read it off the table and be able to do it, that's also fine. But this is going to be the 0.11. This is going to be the 0.23. 3, 5, 4, 7, and 5, 9. And we'll plot these points on here. So the 0.11 is 1 on the x and 1 on the y. Because I counted by 2's, I'm about halfway between. At 2, it is 3, so I'm halfway between the 2 and the 4 there. At 3, it is 5, so I'm going up there. At 4, it is 7. And at 5, it is 9. And that would be how you do that question. That's why you can't look away. It's like magic. They also could ask us to work in the opposite direction where they give us a graph and want us to write what the function would be. And so, like, that's also an option, but they would have to give you basically a starting point to be able to do that. But we'll look at that in a minute. One that's pretty easy. All right, so let's just jump into some examples here. It's actually a pretty short section overall. Graph the function. So basically we're going to do the exact same thing here. They're just going to give us a different function, and then the domain values are anywhere from 0 to 4. Well, I say that. They could be starting at 0, or they could start at 1, and then they go up to some number. But there's like 5 numbers that you're finding. So number 4, y equals 1/2 x plus 1, and the domain is 0 through 5. He looked away again, and it was just there.
Oh, she fell asleep.
Oh, was that right?
That's like dangerous.
I also had a Celsius when I woke up, but it didn't do anything.
Oh,
Celsius,
your parents actually buy you
Red
stuff like that? My
Bulls.
mom would not even.
No,
buy it.
my
Those
mom
are
buys
banned in VHSL. You can't play sports if you drink them.
My mom, she buys them and then I take them. And then she doesn't find out.
I would find out if all my.
How does your mom not notice
My
that
mom's
2
dumb.
Red Bulls are missing?
Don't talk about your mom like that.
She's not the brightest, okay?
I wouldn't recommend you watch this video back in your house.
Oh, wait. Oh, shoot, you can hear me?
Yeah. Just send this video out to everyone. Well, actually, this video is getting posted
No,
because
it's not.
Daniel's not here, so it has to get posted.
No, it's not.
Wait. No, because you're screen recording. You can't hear.
Yeah, you can.
No.
The sound's on.
All you have to do is just not play it.
Hey, we can do a little editing, right?
Just like talk.
I love that you think I have time for that.
I have time for it.
Oh, yeah.
I
you
go
can
home
talk. He can
and
say
enjoy my
me.
life.
I'm not doing that.
My phone number is 755.
Wow.
You want that published all over YouTube?
No, he,
Bet.
so
Wait,
him
what is
and
it?
Ryan joined the call last night, and I went to bed. They said something on because I asked for help on algebra. They said it's Wednesday. We ain't doing homework. I'm like, I gotta get.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Stop giving me paper, bro. It's not fun.
All right. We have one with fractions in it now, so Taylor's favorite, apparently.
Wait. Do you publish these every day? So you can't hear me talking in there.
Every day.
Oh, sure.
Where do you focus them?
YouTube.
Oh,
You
yes,
do.
you don't. No, you don't. You're lying. No, you don't.
What's your YouTube channel?
And you're about to blur
Well,
out
you'll be
yourself
able
as
to.
never.
That's why I was like, I wouldn't do that.
You were about to say
Text me up, y'all.
With my 72 subscribers.
My
Last year I had
snap
13, guys. We're making
Big
progress in the right
fat
direction.
I got 500.
Well,
Yo,
good
add
for
your
you.
snap.
You probably have more interesting things than I
Do you
do.
play Clash Royale?
All right. So 1/2 times 0 plus 1 is 1. 1/2 times 1 plus 1 is.
1.5.
Yep, we can just say 1.5 if we want for this one. Normally we do fractions, but for the sake of graphing, that's fine. 1/2 times 2 plus 1 is. 1/2 times 3 plus 1 is. 2.5. Are we seeing a pattern here yet?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this before, like, you recorded?
I literally said it the first week of class. I
You
said, I
really
record
said I
everything that we
You
do.
I
thought you posted them
You
on
didn't
Google
say
Classroom.
you did.
I do, from YouTube.
No, oh my god.
Why don't we do an intro?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why don't we do an
What's
intro?
up?
One person's
An
like
intro?
super dedicated.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome
Yeah,
back to
no.
my YouTube.
We don't have
We're
time
gonna
for
go
that.
back.
No, someone's gonna really tell my mom.
Just tell her to go
I'll
tell
tell you
her if you want me to.
No. Well, actually, I tell my mom that on a daily basis. So.
Okay, so that's why you're in trouble.
So you call it, you call it your mom.
All right, I'm counting by ones on this one since obviously they're not big numbers. If you're using graph paper, you don't have to put the little tick marks on there. If you wanted to count by 0.5s just to make it look pretty, you can do that. I just decided not to. So, anyways.
Wait, did you do this for the class last year? You said they were really obnoxious. Could the people on there even understand?
I mean, yeah, because I'm closer to it than they are. They weren't really talking while I was teaching. It was more like the after.
So these people just listen to all our conversations.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you sure?
I have one video that has over 1,000 views.
Whoa. Were the people going crazy in that video?
No, it's answers to a worksheet.
Oh, that's why. Wait, do you
But I didn't. It was from COVID, so like I had to record when people weren't in class to like explain how to like do something, and then I realized like recently that it was out there, and that I was like, why? Somebody was like, you have a video with over 1,000 views, and I was like, what? And then I found out it's because it's
So
the
you're
answers to a
famous?
worksheet.
Yo, no, I'm famous. Ask Abby. You're not.
You're definitely
I
gonna be
have
famous
3,000
today.
followers on Instagram.
Yo, ask Abby. I'm
Good for
gonna
you.
be famous for real on YouTube.
Okay, let's rein it in. Let's graph this. At 0, 1. At 1 and 1.5. At 2 and 2. At 3 and 2.5. At 4 and 3. Oh, I didn't go up far enough. Whoops. And then at 5 and 3.5.
Wait, so just random people watch me?
I'm worried about
Are they just like not
They
No,
can.
like, I don't want to talk anymore.
I gotta be.
I'm gonna go back and be like emo.
Are they just
No,
not in
no,
school or something?
yeah, no.
Huh?
No, cause
Like, is it part of a curriculum?
Yeah, because there was nothing to do.
I mean, most of them are probably not watched by anybody outside of the class. Because I've learned to not record when I do a worksheet. That would be like something that people everywhere could be doing. Because then people are just going to watch and get the answers. All right. 6. Y equals 3x minus 1. The domain is 1 through 5. I'm also pretty sure the syllabus says that I record things
Wait,
that you signed, supposedly.
I did not sign that.
I don't read that stuff.
Well,
I skim it.
all right, domain is 1 through 5, so I'm putting that in for my x values.
Mom, if you can hear me.
I'm sorry, I love you.
But she owes you a lot of money.
Why? She owes me money?
No, you owe her money to replace her drinks.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, Taylor steals your drinks.
No.
She called you stupid too.
And she's bullying.
Okay.
Wait.
3 times 1 minus 1 is...
Oh, wait.
3 times 2 minus 1 is... 5. 3 times 3 minus 1 is... 8. 3 times 4 minus 1 is... 11. And 3 times 5 minus 1 is... 14. So, I would probably recommend on this one that we
Yeah.
count by twos, at least on the y-axis. We don't really need to on the x-axis, but...
I just realized my dad.
What's with your dad?
That's how you drew the line so perfect. I was wondering how
She's
you
not the
did
one
that.
actually drawing that.
You
It's
drew
AI,
the
bro.
line
That's
and
Apple
it was so
intelligence.
perfect, and I was like, how did you do that?
She don't
Yeah,
actually
it's
draw
not.
it.
It's Apple
And you just
intelligence.
drew a perfect
You're
star.
not the brightest, Drew, okay? Clearly.
If you like draw and then just hold it.
Did Mr. Law watch these?
Oh, nah.
Oh, he does.
That's crazy.
All right, counting by twos.
Can I edit it for you tonight?
Yeah, can we edit it? I'm gonna put some great stuff in
All right, at 1 it is 2. At 2 it is 5. At 3 it's 8. At 4 it's 11. And at 5 it's 14.
Butt cream.
So that's why you.
there.
Ew. No.
Oh, Drew.
So it says.
Wait, do you know what this is? Coach Stacy, do you know what this is?
It's butt cream.
I have no idea.
Dang it, you're supposed to back me up.
It's the lotion.
Yeah.
All right, 10. I mean, if I had to guess, I would have guessed lotion of some
Yeah,
sort.
because it says
But-
bum bum cream on it. They think it's from my butt. But it says bum bum.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Number 10, they give us a graph. they count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it has points already on it this time. And they want us to write a function and then state the domain and range.
Please stop.
So what I would probably recommend you do first is to go ahead and make like a table in a sense, but just write it as domain and range. And then that way they're matched up with each other. So the domain is basically 0 through 6 because there's a point at each of those. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The range values are the y values. So the y value at each of these is also just itself. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so that would make up the values of these points, like 0, 0, 1, 1, and so on and so forth. Kind of looks like a 7. And they want us to write the function. So if you have a value at 0, then we know basically that like that's like our starting point. But then when I plug in 1 for whatever the equation is, the value of y is 1. So in this case, then that would mean that y has to be equal to x. Because if I plug in 1 for x, the value is equal to 1. If I plug in 2, it's equal to 2. And so that has to be, what's happening? Oh dear. What is happening?
You're moving. You highlighted the entire thing and then
I don't know how to stop. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I just slid the entire thing down. It's fine. It's a little off, but that's fine. Anyways, so y equals x would be the equation for this one. Just more so you've seen it. This would be easier to do when we do some stuff later in the year, so I just wanted you to see that. But as long as you can do the stuff like these ones, that's all that really matters for right now. So problems are 3 through 9 odd. So 9 is like a describe and correct the error, so you need to figure out what they did wrong.